We're back. More basketball. A rare Sunday afternoon contest. And non-conference men's basketball on the way between the visiting Eagles of the University of Wisconsin-LaCrosse and the Spartans of Aurora University. Well, a pleasant Sunday afternoon to you. Hope you're having a great one. Maybe you've been watching college football all weekend to this point. Maybe you've been watching some college hoops as well. Maybe you have the NFL on. Whatever it is, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us here this afternoon as well. My name is Sean Fry. Aurora coming off of a win yesterday. They led for more than 39 minutes of an 82-72 triumph over Concordia, Wisconsin. For the sixth time this season, the Spartans shot 50% from the floor, and their free throw shooting improved as well, as they made about 3/4 of their 31 attempts on the day. So some improvement in that category. And a career day for Noah Butler, who had a season-high 21 points and 10 rebounds for his first career double-double. He was one of 4 Spartans in double digits yesterday. So the Spartans 2-0 and in a three-way tie atop the NAC with Wisconsin, Lutheran, and Edgewood here in the early going, and 5-2 overall on the campaign. For the Eagles, they are 3-4. They've played exclusively non-conference to this point. That will continue for a little bit longer. They came in as one of the better rebounding teams in the WIAC. In fact, they led the conference in rebounding margin, nearly +10 entering the weekend, but it was not to be yesterday. They took on 5th-ranked Calvin, and they had a tough time on the offensive glass. They were -10 in that category, but a lot of the more specific statistics were fairly even. Just didn't shoot the ball very well. In fact, 33% from the field in an 84-71 loss to the Knights. They were down by 12 at halftime, largely played even after that. A career day for the freshman Sam Grieger. He had 22 points to lead 3 Eagles in double digits, but again, not enough to put UW-LaCrosse into the win column. So they'll try to snap a small 2-game skid here as they square off with the Spartans for just the 3rd time. Last time the Eagles picked up a 70-68 win all the way back in 2014. First meeting was an 80-71 Aurora victory in 1984. So a rare meeting between these two, a rare Sunday afternoon contest. At least here at Thornton Gymnasium, Aurora actually playing on back-to-back Sundays, as it turns out. All the same, it's game number 8 of the season for both the Spartans and the Eagles, and it is coming up here at athletics.aurora.edu. with that, I'll meet the starting lineups for the visiting, well, first at least for the visiting Eagles of the University of Wisconsin-LaCrosse. That'll be a senior, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman tonight. They are the 6-foot junior Will Furman out of Reedsburg, Wisconsin. A 6'3" sophomore from Matoma, Wisconsin, Dustin DeRusso. A freshman standing 6'4" from Randolph, Wisconsin, Sam Grieger. 5th-year senior out of DeForest, Wisconsin, 6'6", Austin Westra. And the 6'4" junior out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, Jake Gross. Furman, DeRusso, Grieger, Westra, and Gross, the starters for the Eagles. They are 3-4 on the season, led by first-year head coach J.T. Gritzmacher, who previously coached at the junior college level at Bryant and Stratton. He was their head coach for a couple seasons. And now the starters for the Spartans of Aurora University, also led by a former head coach at the junior college level, Steve Christensen, who spent 17 seasons picking up more than 400 wins at Triton. Aurora 5-2 overall on the year. It'll be 3 seniors, a sophomore and a freshman tonight for Aurora. They are the 6'3" sophomore out of Broadview, Illinois, Javon McContry. 6'6" senior from Lawrence, Kansas, Noah Butler. From Kankakee, Illinois, the 6'5" freshman Isaiah Davis. A 6'5" senior from Oak Forest, Illinois, Dwayne Jervier Jr. And a 6'4" senior from Broadview, Illinois, Michael Osborne. McContry, Butler, Davis, Jervier, and Osborne. Starters here this afternoon for Aurora. Spartans wearing blue uniforms here today. White numbers outlined in black, along with white letters outlined in black. Reads Aurora on the front. They have green and black trim on the uniform, specifically on the sides of the uniform. And UW-LaCrosse wearing white uniforms with, we'll call it a maroon number and letter pattern, along with some maroon trim as well. So the more typical road uniforms for Aurora and the more standard home uniforms for the Eagles a day after each was in action. We will see if that ends up being a factor in this one. It's not common to play a back-to-back, but both teams getting a chance to do it. And of note, we'll see if being in the game with a top 5 team in the D3Hoops.com poll provides a little bit of additional energy for the visitors today. Butler in for the tip with Westra. Eagles have it. We are underway. And it's up top for DeRusso as Aurora is into a man-to-man to start with. It's swung out onto the perimeter for Furman. He'll drop it off to Gross. He'll try to get to the rack. That's back iron, no good on the layup, and the rebound tips to McContry, and he will start it up down the far sideline. And gets to the free throw line as the Eagles get into a man-to-man defense. First possession for the Spartans, McContry, the edge of the lane. Out to Davis on the left wing, and it'll be reset by Osborne. Around the arc into the corner, Davis. He'll kick it, top of the three-point arc for 3, Osborne, no good. One bounce rebound for Gross, and he'll push it the other way. So the first possession empty both ways. It's into the post for Westra, maybe a bit off the post as he battles with Butler. He dribbles there, gets to the edge of the charge circle, tried to split a couple of defenders, but did just that and banked it in for a couple. 2-0 here, a little more than a minute into our first half as it is the Eagles getting on the board first. McContry gets a couple of ball screens and now looks to attack the rim on DeRusso, off the glass, good. And we're even at a couple. 1 miss, 1 bucket in the first 2 possessions for each team, or the first 90 seconds of this one. Grieger gets a look from the corner for 3, no good. Jervier pulls that down, long transition pass for McContry, but he was 1-on-2 there, so he kicked it out to the perimeter where it's handed off to Davis for 3. Left that one short from the right wing. And Gross has the rebound and will jog it up. Past the timeline with 18:05 to play in our first half, and a 2-2 basketball game early. DeRusso here on the right wing. Dribbles through the lane. His pass to the corner was tipped and stolen by McCottry. And that's our first turnover here on this Sunday afternoon. McCottry feeds Butler up top. Spins his way to the edge of the charge circle, gets the teardrop to go. Aurora has its first lead, and a quick timeout from JT Gritzmacher. 30-second conversation upcoming, and a few substitutions on the way as well. Leaders for Aurora through yesterday's action. Michael Osborne leads the Spartans, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. And Noah Butler averaging 15 and 6 for the Spartans. Javon McCottry just under 10 points per coming into this one for the Eagles. It has started scoring-wise with Dustin DeRusso, 15.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. Will Furman going for 13.5 points, also 3 assists. Sam Grieger now averaging just under a dozen plus 7 assists. And Jake Gross is averaging a dozen plus 4 to 5 rebounds per game and more than 3 assists. So the Eagles have distributed that offense throughout a good deal of their starting lineup. We're 2.5 minutes in after the timeout. Aurora up 4-2. Here is Westra, and he'll give it to Tarek Abdel Kareem, and he'll put up the deuce, and it will go. And the substitutions there were DeRusso and Gross out, Kareem and Vince Vandervest, freshman, into the contest. So we're square at 4. Butler just inside the 3-point arc, feeds Jervier for the right wing 3, and it's good. 7-4 Spartans, 3 minutes into the contest. And here is Furman. Furman on the floor with Westra. There is Vandervest. And then Grieger and Kareem. Driving Furman off the glass, no good. Tip back Westra, no good either. Kareem went up, got the rebound, found Furman for the near corner 3 ball. That didn't go either, and finally Aurora secures the rebound. McCottry rips that pass into the corner, right back to the wing for Butler. He'll dribble up top, swings it to Davis on the right wing. Driving, that was blocked out of bounds. And we're going to see a substitution here as J.J. Piter, a sophomore, comes in. And he's going to send Westra off here. So several subs here. 16-19 left. First half. Into the corner here for Davis. Right wing. He lost it on the way up. It managed to get back iron. And it comes down for Furman. Pushed ahead, Kareem on the right wing. Steps at the elbow and dumps it off underneath. That's Piter at the block. Working on Jervier. Goes to his right, too strong, went over the cylinder. And McCottry had the rebound. Still 7-4 Aurora. Butler, the crossover, the drive to the block, off the glass, no good. Jervier's tip back saw the whole cylinder, didn't fall, and then he tracked the rebound into the corner. And McCottry stepped to take a 3 and found Jervier rolling back to the cup. Good pass, good finish, 9-4 Aurora. 15:30 left here first half. Furman back into the half court for the Eagles. The freshman Grieger to the free throw line, kicks it to Furman, and he travels. And Aurora will take possession. Officials, Kevin Rahr, Ken Moreland, and Tariq Lucas here on this Sunday afternoon. McCottry got a screen and then took a shot from Furman, and that'll be our first foul today. (9-4). Again, the Aurora advantage here in the early going. Inbound into the high post. That's Jervier. Faces up and works it up top. Butler guarded here by Grieger. Switched on the Piter and hoists the 3, and it is all net on that shot. Butler does not take a ton of threes, but he's north of 50% when he does. Now 8 of 15 on the year. Here is Furman, the drive. He lost it, and that is because the officials rule Noah Butler got him on the arm. Luke Schwartzoff, senior from Minnesota, will replace Piter. And already 9 have seen the floor for LaCrosse in just 5 minutes and now 8 seconds. Into Kareem, he got wide open in the corner for 3 and knocks it in. Stops an 8-0 run for Aurora, and more than 2.5 minutes without a bucket for the Birds. Now McCottry spinning, blocked, and that may have been a good thing, as otherwise he was up and down for a travel. Butler, post-entry pass underneath Jervier, did well to high point that one. And then a step and the finish for a couple. Jervier with 7 of Aurora's 14. Other end, Furman, 3. Short, Butler the rebound will push it to Osborne in transition. He leaves it to McCottry, and he got too tight to the rim and missed. Rebound, Grieger. And he will try to get back up the floor the other way. Threw it over Schwartz off and out of bounds. And another change, Chris Green. A junior from Milwaukee replaces Grieger here. You know, Aurora has not made a substitution 6 minutes into the ball game. You wonder if the strategy here for JT Gritzmacher is trying to keep his team fresh after yesterday's game. And Aurora showing no such drop in their energy level. Davis off a screen for 3 from the wing, and it's good. And Aurora is up 10. 17-7. Quickly advanced into the half court for the Eagles, and Green attacks the basket. Jump stop and a kick to Kareem. Pump fake on the right wing 3, dribbled to 10 feet, left the runner short. Rebound Jervier, gives it to Osborne, and he'll work it up the floor. A few crossovers, and now works it around the arc to McCottry in the corner. Guarded here by Furman. Still a man-to-man defense for Wisconsin LaCrosse. Butler up top. 10 to shoot. He'll walk it back near center court. And pulls up for the deep 3. No good. Kareem with the rebound. And it's Furman. Driving and the finish. 17-9. A good take for the junior. He had scored in double digits in his previous 5 prior to yesterday. It was limited to 7 points on 3 of 9 from the field. Aurora back into the half court. Davis wing-to-wing pass to Butler on the far side. He'll drive. His runner rattles in. 7 for Butler now. And the lead for Aurora back to 10. Green got it on the wing. And he lost it with a little help from Butler. And we'll see Jervier come off. Here's Jeffrey Hilmer, the freshman from Sycamore, Illinois. Furman and Schwartzoff come out here. Julian Hodges is in. And it looks like Mac Siebert has come in as well. So the deep roster continues here for UWL. And a good look here to Vandervest. Was able to roll down to the block on that inbound play. And an easy lay-in. 19-11 the score, 12-10 to play here in our first half. McCottry walks up. Butler's at the top of the key, drives here, fouled. And just enough on that foul by Vandervest to keep that one from falling through for the and one. 12:01. Time remaining. We're going to see DeRusso return to the contest after Butler tries a couple of free throw tosses. 77% on the season, and he gets the friendly roll here. Now 27 of 35 on the season. He gets to the line for about 5 attempts per game. Big part of his game is attacking the rim. He'll split the free throws here. 9-point lead for Aurora. Crossover for Green, and the take ends in a swat by Hilmer underneath. That'll allow Trey Jenkins and Makai Doby to enter for Aurora. Green and Butler head off. Green looks to inbound, feeds Hodges in the near corner. He'll dribble into the lane and tried a tough floater and fouled and lost his shoe. I don't know that he was fouled that hard, but he did end up on the deck. And he'll go to the line for a couple. Junior out of St. Paul. No points in 9 minutes yesterday. 3 of 6 at the line on the season. He played for Coach Gritzmacher at Bryant and Stratton. He'll miss the first toss here. It remains a 9-point game. Second free throw for Hodges coming up. That one's good. And it's 20-12. Dobie will run the point here for Aurora. Across the timeline with 22 on the clock. Give and go with Osborne, and right back to Osborne. Here to Dobie again on the right wing. And a two-man game right here, Osborne and Dobie. Osborne for 3 up top. Back iron and no good. And they'll get Hilmer for the loose ball foul. Third team foul. And what otherwise has been a relatively whistle-free first half. Just 5 fouls called to this point. Green brings it up. Man-to-man for Aurora. Hodges picks it up in the corner, walks up top to Kareem on the left wing. He gets downhill into a lot of traffic. That rebound caromed a few times and apparently last off of Jenkins. So 20 to shoot here for LaCrosse, 11:04 to play in the first half. Green will inbound. Once again, Kareem got loose in the near corner, and no doubt about that. Couple of threes for Kareem, and they were both about as wide open as you can be. 5-point lead for Aurora. Jenkins got up in the air, turned it over. Kareem runs onto it in transition. The kick to Hodges. Gave up the corner 3, gives it back to Hodges there after dribbling to the elbow, and Kareem is on fire. 2 of 6 from 3 coming in. How about 3 of 4? And a quick 7-0 run in just a minute and 2 seconds. Gets a 30-second timeout from Steve Christensen. It's 20-18, 10:38 to play here in our first half. Only game of the day in both the NAC and the WIAC. Yesterday around the NAC, several conference games. Edgewood needed triple overtime and a layup at the horn to beat Lakeland at 99-97. Of course, Aurora over CUW 82-72 in a contest you may have watched right here at athletics.aurora.edu. Wisconsin Lutheran routed Concordia Chicago up 18 at halftime, 190-70. Rockford needed overtime to defeat MSOE 95-90. Illinois Tech over Marion 74-65 in Fond du Lac. Hilmer got the feed from Osborne and missed. But on the tip back, he's fouled. It looks like Kareem picked that one up. Last game of the day was St. Norbert defeating Dominican 77-61. Hilmer to the line. He was fouled on the tip back, so we'll get a couple of tosses here. And he makes the first, now 3 for 5 on the season. So the lead a full 1 possession as we near the midpoint of the first half. And it will remain so as the second toss was too strong. Green finds DeRusso on the left wing. He'll take it to the rack. And the finger roll goes to make it a 1-point game. We are midway through the first half. It's 21-20. Josh Holmes has entered for Aurora, as I mentioned, along with Jenkins, Hilmer, Dobie, and Osborne. Entry pass here is turned over inside. Trey Jenkins is in pain behind the play, and that leaves Kareem open for 3. He buries that, and now Jenkins will come off after the whistle. The Eagles into the lead for the first time in quite a while. It's that opening, really 90 seconds of the contest. 23-21. And it was Davis who replaced Jenkins here. Ball gets worked up top of the arc for Osborne. He's guarded by Siebert and backs it out to the logo. 8 to shoot. Osborne pulls up from the elbow for 2. did not draw the rim. Rebound DeRusso in transition ahead for Siebert. Now Hodges on the wing. Short passes around the arc to Green, who takes it from the right wing straight to the hole. He lays it in. It's a 4-point game. Oh, Osborne ahead. Hodges, stand corrected, that's Holmes. And he misses the quick three. I think this might be the first time I can remember there being two players wearing 0 on the floor at the same time. I'm sure it's happened. I need to go back and look, but they are both on the floor. And in fact, guarding each other, as a matter of fact, right now. Here's Hodges. Step back on Holmes, and he missed. Rebound on a tip to Jervier. 25-21, 8:35 here to play in our first half. Doby. His drive was cut off by Kareem, and then he threw it away. Pass was out of the reach of Osborne on the sideline. Meanwhile, for Abdel Kareem, my goodness. It's the second time here at least for UW-LaCrosse. He played at MATC prior to that. Here's a stuff on Green's take by Jervier. Just once through 7 games, 11 points against Wartburg, a Division III career best, 14 already. 4 of 5 from 3. All goes in to Gross, who has re-entered the contest. He replaced Abdel Kareem. To the baseline, DeRusso. Goes to work on Jervier. He was doubled. Got rid of it out up top to Hodges. Ball was taken out of his hands. It's loose, and finally Butler comes out of that. Butler replaced Doby a moment ago. It's Holmes, Osborne, Butler, Davis, and Jervier, the 5 for Aurora. Hodges, along with DeRusso, Green, Siebert, and Gross for the Eagles. Butler to the rim. He's fouled, and we'll get a couple of tosses here after DeRusso with the violation, and a chance for Aurora to break a scoreless drought of 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Butler has a team-leading 8. Split a couple of free throws earlier. First one good here, all net as well. Grieger replaces Hodges for the Eagles, and Osborne will check out here as Tyrese Spencer has entered the contest. 7:42 to play in the first. 3-point UWL lead. It's now 2 as Butler makes both free throws. And Green will walk it across the center line. Spencer guards him and now drives. Good take and the finish. (27-23). Holmes, top of the arc. Goes to Butler on the left wing. Not able to drive. Trying to back down DeRusso on the high post. Goes for the baseline J. That doesn't fall. And they'll whistle Jervier for the loose ball foul. His first. 4 team fouls each way. Only Trey Jenkins has a couple fouls at this point. Ball in Green's hands. Once again tries to take it to the rim, and he'll pick up the foul. That is on Spencer. Green held to 2 points in just 4 minutes yesterday, but has certainly had a significant burst. Good first step on his way to the rim. He leaves the free throw short here. Came in a very good free throw shooter. He's now 12 of 15 on the season, and was a good free throw shooter at Parkland, where he had played prior to UWL. He'll make the correction, and he puts UWL up 5, 28-23, under 7 minutes left in this first half. Butler is at the block on the near side. A few left-handed dribbles, and then goes up too strong. Rebound pulled in by Gross. And Aurora has now missed 6 of its last 7 field goal attempts. Gross wants a 3 at the other end, all net. Largest lead for UWL, 31-23. Aurora led by 10 earlier. Since then, a 22-4 run over the last 5+ minutes. Long 2 here, Holmes. That'll stop the bleeding for the moment. A good take just inside the top of the arc. 31-25, 5:51. What remains? Once again, Green right to the rim. This time he missed. Jervier is slow to get up. Holmes is at the other end, stops at the block, and banks in the pull-up. A quick 4 for Aurora. 31-27. Top of the arc for Siebert. To Gross on the left wing. Guarded man-to-man by Davis. Jump stop in the lane. The fall away on the turnaround, no good. Rebound for Butler. It finds Holmes on the left wing. He wants 3. He gets 3. We have a 1-point game. 31-30. 4:50 left. A quick 7-point run for Aurora. And here is Grieger. To DeRusso for the right wing 3. Not enough on that. No one boxed out. He got his own rebound and took it right back to the rim. 3-point game. And here's Spencer over the timeline with 4:23 to play in the first half. Jervier sets a screen, goes to Holmes. He tried to rip a pass inside, and it was defended and picked up by Grieger. The other way, DeRusso into the lane. A good drop-off and goaltending called here as Green got up for it. And that one got the glass first and then was swatted away. So goaltending the call, count the bucket, 35-30 with 4:10 to play in the first half. Good minutes for Green and for Grieger. They both come off here. Furman back into the game, so is Westra. Spencer on the right wing for Aurora. Around the arc, McCautry just swapped in for Holmes a moment ago. Post-entry pass did not have enough on it, and Gross took it away. And then a cross-key pass was stolen by Aurora. In transition, Spencer did not handle the pass cleanly, and he walks it out. Butler also came out. Osborne got him. Step back 3. Davis, the friendly roll, as he pours it in from the right wing. And it's a 2-point game, 35-33. 3:12 to play. So it is Gross, Furman, DeRusso, Westra, and Abdel Karim, the 5. And a deuce here from Gross makes it 37-33. Now Aurora at the other end. Spencer, Osborne, McCautry, Davis, Jervier. They are the 5 right here. Osborne has it, the top of the key. Few crossovers, the drive and kick. Davis for 3, rims out. Westra with the board. Ahead Furman, he took a bump, and they will call Spencer for the foul, which is Aurora's last one to give. With 2:32 to play in the period. Vandervest gets DeRusso here at this stoppage. Ball is into Westra. Free throw line extended. Back out beyond the 3-point line to Furman on the wing. Wing-to-wing pass for Vandervest. He'll stop in the jump circle. Back to Furman on the left wing. He spins his way into the lane and cans the floater. It's a full 2 possessions, the UWL lead. Spencer walks it up for Aurora. He's at the elbow. Steps out beyond the 3-point line. He finds Osborne there, and he'll take it. Lost the handle and batted it out of bounds. 7th Aurora turnover. We're into the final 2 minutes. Vandervest in the half court for the Eagles to Furman. Up top to Abdel Kareem. Tried to get inside, lost the ball. Osborne with the steal, and he'll bring it up to McCottry on the left wing. Looks to get to the rim, does get to the rim and hits the floater, and a timeout. 30 seconds here for UW LaCrosse. Will pause as well, 39-35. A minute 35 to play here in our first half. This is Aurora University men's basketball. A few possessions remaining in our first half here. There's a minute 33 and counting to play in the first period. 39-35, the Eagles in front. Abdel Kareem with it. Left wing here. He got into the lane, pulls up from 10. It falls off the rim, and Javier has the rebound. Spencer running the point here. He's over the logo. Dribbles to the right wing and bounces it up top to Javier. They'll feed Osborne on the far side. Up top at McCottry. Looks to attack. He found Javier rolling to the rim with him, and Dwayne is fouled, and we'll get a couple of free throws. That's on Furman. That's his second. 5th team foul. A minute 3 left in the first half, and again, worth noting that the Eagles are in the bonus. Javier does not shoot a ton of free throws. He's 5 for 8 on the season. First attempt here is good. Furman will come out, and Green will finish the half for him as they try to protect him with a couple of fouls. Some crisp shooting either way. Aurora 46% from the field, 5 of 11 from 3. Eagles 16 of 31, north of 50%, and 5 of 9 from deep. Javier gets both tosses. It's 39-37. Vandervest heads off. Grieger has returned for Wisconsin LaCrosse, and we'll see how this final minute goes, if Aurora can get level or if the Eagles can maintain the lead. Westra dribbles to the block, guarded by Javier, and he'll swing it out. Grieger, the drive, drops it off underneath for Westra. And he waited out the defender, made the shot. 41-37. 10 seconds, the gap. 30 seconds left. Javier foul. Shot clock will be off after this set of free throws coming up. Westra got the foul. 2 more opportunities for Javier coming up here. So Dwayne's first toss is good. And that will give him 10 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Trails only Noah Butler for the Spartans, who has a dozen points already. 4 for 4 at the line here. And a 2-point gain. So LaCrosse can take as much time as they wish here prior to the final buzzer. No urgency otherwise, and indeed Grieger will simply dribble right to left. 35 feet from the basket. Davis stepped up on him. There's 7 to shoot. Grieger still has it, gives it to Westra, and he is going to get to the line. Well, Davis tried to take the charge. 1-1 here, as was not in the act of shooting. There's 2.7 seconds left. Westra 63% on the season, and he'll make the first free throw here. So a full one possession is the lead. It's a good call. The opportunity to take another look here, and Davis was in motion. That free throw is good as well. Aurora should get a long heave here. McCottry got it off, but did not get it to the rim. And it'll be the Eagles leading at the half. It's the second time this season Aurora has trailed at the intermission. Fourth time Wisconsin LaCrosse has had the advantage through 20. They're 3-0 in the first three. 43-39, LaCrosse leads Aurora. Halftime totals coming up. This is Aurora University men's basketball. At halftime, it is 43-39. LaCrosse leads Aurora on this Sunday afternoon. Non-conference men's basketball. My name is Sean Fry. Glad you are here with us. Perhaps you're watching some football at home. Are the Bears winning? Do the Bears play? Are the Bears winning? Well, the Bears aren't even playing, so even better. So we got some hoops here. You don't have to worry about the Bears being down a few touchdowns. Just kidding, everybody. I have no rooting interest one way or the other, at least as far as the Bears are concerned, but I know it hasn't exactly been a great season. For whoever you're rooting for on this NFL Sunday, glad that you're taking some time to take in some hoops with us. Sean Fry with you, and let's take a look at that first half, where Aurora shot at 45% from the field. Certainly not bad. 13 of 29. They were 5 of 12 from 3, 8 of 10 at the line. But UW LaCrosse just shot it better. 17 of 32. They were 53% in total. 5 of 9 from 3 and 4 of 6 at the line. Rebounds +2 for LaCrosse. They were even on the offensive glass. The bench was the big difference. LaCrosse +16 in that area. Aurora +6 off turnovers. LaCrosse +10 in the paint, 20-10. The Spartans, Dwayne Jervier Jr., 11 points, 5 rebounds to lead Aurora. Noah Butler is 10. 7 points for Josh Holmes, 6 for Isaiah Davis, and 4 for Javon McCottry. +4 rebounds and 3 assists. Jeffrey Hilmer is 1 point. Michael Osborne, no points. A rare scoreless half for the senior. For LaCrosse, Tarek Abdel Kareem went off. 14 points, 4 of 5 from 3. He already has his career high at the Division III level, and he leads all players. He's also the only one for UW LaCrosse north of 10. 7 points +4 assists for Chris Green. 6 points for Austin Westra. 5 for Jake Gross. 4 apiece Will Furman. And for Dustin DeRusso. 2 for Vince Vandervest, my apologies, and 1 for Julian Hodges. Aurora 0-1 when trailing at halftime. Just doesn't happen very often for Aurora so far this year. UW LaCrosse 3-0 when enjoying the advantage at the break. But it has been a good one. 36 possessions, each team averaging better than a point per. And now a sprint to the finish line here, the final 20 minutes of play here at Thornton Gymnasium. Aurora will start with the ball. They'll move right to left wearing blue. UW LaCrosse in white uniforms. They'll go left to right. Michael Osborne dribbles right to the block and feeds Jervier for the left wing 3. It's off the mark, and LaCrosse has the rebound. They will press it forward. Furman, DeRusso, Grieger, Westra, Gross, the 5, and a quick 2. As it's a 6-point lead for the Eagles. Man-to-man defenses both ways. Aurora starters, McCottry, Butler, Davis, Jervier, and Osborne out on the floor to begin the half. Butler on the right wing to Davis in the corner. They'll go to Osborne. Right wing 3 in rhythm. And the first bucket tonight for Osborne makes it a one-possession game. 45-42 here in the opening minute of the second half. Grieger here with it. Out on the right wing. Westra flashes out, picks it up top. To DeRusso left wing, give and go there with Westra. And a handoff to Grieger, who got a screen and a 3 and rattles it in. 48-42. McCottry over the timeline. Worked over in front of the Aurora bench where Butler has it. Around the arc the other way to Davis in the corner. He'll drive on the baseline, drops it off of Butler. He was in tight, right under the backboard, and managed to find position to get fouled. And it's going to be Westra giving his second personal and putting Butler back on the line. 3 of 4 so far at the stripe tonight. Back iron and no good. 8th time in 8 games that Butler has scored north of 10 points. Again, coming off his first career double-double. He was also a team best +15. good things happened yesterday with Noah Butler on the floor against Concordia, Wisconsin. Splits the free throws, 48-43 is the Eagles' advantage as they get it back into the half court. Grieger's drive cut off by Butler. Tries again going to his left. Late whistle. 2 free throws for Grieger after Butler gives the foul. Referee immediately signaled that it was a swinging of the arm that ended up getting Grieger, and so he steps the charity stripe for the first time today, 77% on the season. First one good. 7 of 10 at the line yesterday, en route to a career best 22. He was 7 of 16 from the field. He also added a career best 5 assists. So he had a day against the 5th-ranked Knights, but it was not enough in the end. He'll make both free throws here. It's 50-43 UWL. 18-12 to play. Butler, the spin move into the lane, and that was off the mark. Eagles ball. Ball in Furman's hands out on the far side. To Grieger, he walks to the left wing, swings it up top to Russo. Back to Grieger on the wing. He'll take it to the edge of the restricted circle, pulls up from there and knocks it in. 9-point UWL lead, their largest tonight. So McCautry here, wing to wing to Davis. Pass to Osborne and the extra pass to Butler for the corner 3 ball. That doesn't go. And Aurora off to a frosty start to the second half from the field. The other way, here's DeRusso getting downhill from the corner, makes the reverse. That gets a timeout from the Aurora bench. So a 30-second conversation here, 17:22 left, and a 54-43 lead for UW LaCrosse. They're +5 on the windows right now and shooting at 58%, including having made all 4 of their shot attempts here since the break. In fact, LaCrosse has now made 9 of its last 10 shots overall and 5 of its last 6 from 3. So they have heated up. And now Aurora hoping to use this timeout to try to splash some cold water on the Eagles right now. The Birds have been making it look very easy from the floor. That basket looks very wide right now for the Eagles, and some tough contests as well at times here for this Aurora defense. McCautry's out here on the right wing for Aurora. Jervier sets a ball screen. McCautry doesn't take it. He'll drive and drop it off. Butler steps around DeRusso, and then on the other side got fouled by Furman on the 4-footer. So here's Butler back to the line. Furman's going to come off here. It looks like Green will replace him. That is the 3rd foul on Furman. Butler misses the front end. Noah will look to make the correction. And he misses. An empty trip for Aurora. Remains 54-43, 17 minutes remaining in regulation. Green is up top. He's had a lot of success getting to the rim. Here he drops it off, and Gross gets rejected by Jervier. In transition the other way, DeRusso takes down Davis. 3rd team foul. 2nd on DeRusso. But how about the block by Jervier the other way? And Green had started to pick up speed, and we've seen how that's ended a few times today, but a good look to a cutting Gross. But Jervier had other ideas. Inbound pass is tipped out of bounds by Gross. Aurora will try it again this time. Just steps away from Steve Christensen. It is in and out to the wing for Davis. Trey Jenkins has entered, replacing Butler. He fumbled that pass, but DeRusso guided it out of bounds, and a Good break for Aurora here. Into Osborne. Here is Jenkins on the left wing. It's reversed, and it finds McCottry. He wants 3 from the right wing, and it's good. Well, McCottry, after starting the season 1 of 13 from 3, is now 6 for his last 8 from behind the arc. It's an 8-point game. Aurora with the pressure. They double Green at midcourt and get a steal. It goes the other way to Davis. He missed the 3 from the corner, and Jenkins gave the foul with the ball in the air. Stand corrected. Gross gave the foul with the ball in the air. Aurora will take the ball, and we'll see Abdel Karim come in now as Green heads off. Foul was the first on Gross. Aurora will try to cut into this deficit. That pass was not where it needed to be for Trevere, and it was batted into the Aurora bench again. McCottry will inbound it in front of his bench. To Osborne here. Swung to the right wing, Davis, and back up top to McCottry. Looks for a long step back and gets it. 9 for Javon. On 4 of 7 from the field. It's 2 possessions. Aurora sets up. More pressure again. Gross, a one-handed pass out to DeRusso on the right wing. Now he gets underneath. Throws it out up top. Grieger to Abdel Karim on the right wing. Aurora now swarming defensively. Slowed down by Westra. 8 to shoot. He's at the block. He's tripled. Gets rid of it to Abdel Karim, who cannot miss from back there today. My goodness. 57 of 48. That is his 5th three-pointer. He has 17 tonight. And here's a pass that's stolen by DeRusso. In transition, the two-handed slam. All that good work Aurora had done, undone in just a handful of possessions. 59-48. Now McCottry, another long 2 inside the wing. It tumbles off the iron. Abdel Karim has the rebound. We're 5 minutes in to the second half. Aurora needs a stop. Grieger throws it underneath. Westra tipped it. And it went over Aurora and into the bench. Spartans ball. 9th Eagles turnover. Well, the bottom line is there just have not been enough stops. Elbow deuce Osborne. No. Rebound Gross. Ahead to DeRusso. Finds Westra. The corner 3. That doesn't fall. Rebound on a bounce to Jenkins, and he passed it away. Was trying to get rid of it to a teammate, and he threw it out of bounds. 8th Aurora turnover. LaCrosse 6 of 8 from the field right now in the second half, 7 of 9. Good look, Gross down low for Grieger. He hits the reverse. Timeout Aurora. 61-48. The Eagles lead with 14:24 left. This is Aurora University men's basketball. Aurora with some work to do. LaCrosse 7 of 9 from the field since halftime. Aurora 3 for 9. And a 4-point lead at the break has swollen to 13, 61-48, 14:24 left. Aurora has McContry, Osborne, Jenkins, Jervier, and Davis on the floor. Abdel Kareem, Grieger, DeRusso, Westra, and Gross are the 5 for the Eagles. Davis to McContry up top, and Gross fouls him. That is the 5th team foul on LaCrosse, and so if you're Aurora and you're thinking about what are the different paths to getting back into this one, it's a 5-possession game right now, on the verge of being in the bonus. McContry takes the inbound and shuffles to the left wing. He's on Abdel Kareem. Hands off to Davis up top. Tries to break down Grieger on the dribble. Looks for the 10-foot fall away and missed. Offensive board Jenkins. It goes to Osborne for the left side 3, and that one doesn't go either. On the loose ball, Abdel Kareem threw it off of Jenkins and out. And the Birds will take possession here, as Aurora continues to not be able to put the ball in the basket right now. Aurora bringing full court pressure. LaCrosse handles it. It gets down underneath to Westra, who traveled and caught it in one big step into the charge circle. And referees on top of that. Aurora will retake possession. And Aurora hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. They've missed 5 of their last 6 shots. Osborne spins, drives off the glass, good. 61-50. Aurora setting up full court pressure. Abdel Kareem gets it, gets fouled on the jumper and 1. The junior from McQuan is having a day. Chance to get to 20 for the first time in his lacrosse career. Averaged 7.5 points at MATC a year ago, but he was a 3-point gunner even then, 45% a year ago. But right now he's hitting from everywhere, including now at the free throw line. He completes the 3-point play, and it's 64-50, largest lead for LaCrosse today. Now Osborne on the drive, he lost it, picked up by Furman, and he loses it with a little help from Osborne. Josh Holmes replaces Isaiah Davis here. Abdel Kareem, 7 of 11 today, 5 of 6 from 3 and 1 a moment ago. Max Siebert entered here, give and go with Grieger. Siebert came in to replace Westra. Here's an air ball from Grieger, saved, and LaCrosse still has 8 to shoot. Everyone forgot about DeRusso. Walked to the top of the key and drained it from 19. And now a 12-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes. But LaCrosse up by 16. McContry, high post, fall away blocked by Abdel Kareem. Furman the other way to Grieger, to Abdel Kareem, steps around to close out and missed a 3. I'm genuinely shocked. Offensive board for the Eagles, and then a foul here. Abdel Kareem had made just about everything from 3 until a moment ago. McContry gives the foul. Jenkins and Jervier are going to exit. Spencer and Hilmer have come in. Snack directed, McContry has not gone out. Jenkins and Jervier have come out. Aurora will retake possession on the inbound, however. Grieger out, Green in here at this last break for UWL. McContry takes the bounce here on the left wing. Under 12 minutes left, 66-50. Right now the advantage for the Eagles. Holmes, left wing. Works it up top. McContry driving, and he'll get fouled. Jumper doesn't go. Last foul to give here for the Eagles. It's on DeRusso, who has 3. McCottry will shoot. Gross is going to re-enter here after a brief break. Javon with 9, trying to get to 10 for the 5th time this season, and does just that. Last week averaged 13.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists on 56% from the field. 4 of 9 here today on the way to 10 points. DeRusso came off as Gross entered. McCottry will tee up the second free throw and missed. Gross the board. Has 5 of those tonight. He'll get it from Furman in the front court. 15-point lead. Abdel Kareem driving, pulls up at the block, passes it across the lane to Siebert for 2. Osborne, deep 3 at the other end, rims out. Rebound for Green. There's still 11 minutes left. Aurora does not need to be that quick. Green gets a clean lane to the rim, missed. Siebert saved it. Gross wants 3. That one's short. There's a massive collision between Green and McCottry. McCottry ended up batting it out of bounds, and I think they're going to get Javon for the foul as well. Butler and Doby will return. McCottry and Osborne come off. They did not call a foul. I thought I saw the signal from the referee on the sideline. Comes into Abdel Kareem, far corner, and he lost it. The steal will go to Hilmer the other way. Spencer, and he'll be fouled on the way to the rim. Should be 2 shots. I think he was in the act of shooting. That is number 4 on Furman. Now he'll be sitting for a little while. Grieger is going to replace him. Furman had a tough one on Saturday against Calvin. He hasn't really been able to get going here today either. But others have been able to pick it up, including, of course, Abdel Kareem, who's been sensational. Spencer at the line here. And what is going to be a 1-and-1 situation, he makes the free throw. 68-52, 10:48 left. Aurora very capable of a big comeback. Have to cool off the Eagles from the field. Second toss rims out. Spencer now 3 of 4 at the line this season. Quickly into the front court. Grieger way too fast. Turned it over. Spencer in transition. Off the glass, good. Not really especially clear why UWL wanted to go that fast. And to be honest, I'm not sure that JT Gritzmacher is especially clear about it either as he takes a full timeout at 68-54 Eagles, 10:30 left. This is Aurora University men's basketball. (68-54). LaCrosse leads Aurora, 10:30 remaining. Full timeout by UW LaCrosse. Aurora brings up full court pressure, and the Eagles handle it and get into the front court. Grieger Gross, Abdel Karim, Green, and Siebert are the 5. A near turnover here. Siebert managed to maintain possession. Now Gross spins into the lane, and he's fouled. They will get Holmes for that one. Like Holmes straight up momentarily, and I don't know if the contact brought his arms down or if he just could not hang on. But it puts Gross to the line, where he does not have a lot of opportunities this year. His first today, he's now 4 of 5. Abdel Karim and Siebert have exited. DeRusso and Westra are back in. 15-point lead for LaCrosse, and now 16 as Gross makes both. Aurora has Holmes, Doby, Spencer, Butler, and Hilmer on the floor right now, as we are midway through the second half. Final quarter of this contest about to begin. Aurora with a lot of work to do. Spencer, an up and under. Could not get the scoop to go. Westra got the rebound and was fouled trying to break out of trouble. Spencer gets the foul. His third. 5th team foul. Aurora is in the bonus for the rest of this one. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. LaCrosse has the possession arrow. Aurora, once again, they bring 4 in the backcourt. Eagles handle it. DeRusso to Grieger. He's out on the perimeter. A pass to DeRusso on the right wing. Runs through the lane, picks up his dribble, feeds Green, and now Gross, who got spun around at the free throw line and travels before going to the floor. Aurora in need of stops. They get one here. But they also need baskets. While LaCrosse is shooting a crisp 59% from the field here after halftime, Aurora's at 31%, just 5 of 16. That will help. Doby gets 2 here. Those are his first points tonight on his first attempt. And then they'll call Spencer on a hold before the inbound. Steve Christensen, and for that matter, Tyree Spencer, arguing that call. Well, they rarely rescind a foul after they've called it. Last foul to give for Aurora. Once again, the trap in the backcourt doesn't work, and Grieger banks in the runner from just off the block. 72-56, 9 minutes left. Doby on the drive. Off the glass, good. Doby has not played a ton of minutes in this one, but he is 2 for 2 in just 5 minutes of action. Eagles in the front court. Grieger in front of his bench finds Green rolling to the cup. He was blocked by Doby, and then it went off of Green's head and out of bounds. No, the last minute has been the Mackay Doby show. We'll see Butler and Spencer come off here. Jervier and McCautry have returned to the ballgame. Aurora down 14. Doby gets a screen, gets to the rim, has 2 more. Doby playing with a great deal of confidence right now as he tries to carry Aurora back into this one. Hilmer will foul DeRusso. That's a good call. In fact, I was a little surprised the whistle wasn't a bit sooner. His second foul, 1-1 coming for DeRusso. One will allow LaCrosse to get Hodges into the game. Gross is going to come off here. 72-60. LaCrosse leads, 8:09 remaining. 1-1 for DeRusso, and it is good. His first free throw tonight. 64% on the season. Second one's good as well. LaCrosse has done a great job at the line. They're 11 of 13. They're back up by 14 as Doby has it on the left wing. He's at the elbow, he's in the lane, he stops. He was cut off, so he goes up top to Holmes, who missed the three, and they'll get Gervier for the over and back, or over the top. Not even close to over and back. Another 1-and-1 coming after the 8th Aurora team foul. Gervier's second personal. Well, we've seen Westra at the line already, canned a couple of free throws. 4 of the 5 starters have gone 2 of 2 at the line. The other one doesn't have a free throw attempt. That is not bad from your starting 5. He'll make the first one here. Second toss, good. Aurora just has not been able to get sustained stops. Holmes a quick deuce here on the baseline, good. He'll have 9. (76-62), 7:35 remaining. DeRusso up top, handoff to Green, he'll kick it. Grieger for 3 from the near corner, rattles out. Rebound pulled in by McCottry. Down the far sideline, the handoff Doby. Tries to break down Grieger. The floater here was off the rim. It came back to him, and Doby has a couple more. 8 points, all in this last 2-minute sequence. Doby nearly got a steal there. Instead, LaCrosse got rid of it. They get it down underneath, and Westra could not get it over a tough contest by Gervier. Holmes the other way, the McCottry transition 3, rims out. That would have been a huge basket for Aurora. Maybe could have turned the momentum, but it wouldn't fall, and LaCrosse will slow it down on the other end. Westra passes it to Hodges on the right wing, and he'll kick it to DeRusso, who attacks the basket. Blocked by Gervier, but he was fouled on the hip by Hilmer. And it'll be 2 shots for the rest of this one for LaCrosse. 6:30 to play. A 76-64 lead for the Eagles. First free throw for DeRusso, rattles and goes. Holmes exits. Good run of minutes for him just now. Davis will replace him aside the lane, and DeRusso makes the free throw. Well, the shooting percentage in general is the major factor. However, free throws, it's a 2-attempt advantage for Aurora, but they've missed 7 of 18. LaCrosse has missed just twice. Hilmer in tight no. Gervier the offensive board, the putback. Once again, it's a dozen. Westra ball fake, loses it, got it back. Now DeRusso will toss it into the front court. Green finds DeRusso going back the other way, and he lays it in. Ellen, as long as it keeps going in, they'll take the quick baskets. Doby, long 2 on the pull-up, no good. Hilmer had that rebound come in behind his ear, and he was not able to secure it. 5:30 to play. Green is on the wing, feeds DeRusso. Toss to Grieger, he's in the lane, and he'll feed Hodges, who wants 3. From the corner, did not draw the rim. Doby has the rebound. To Davis, quick 3 up top, good. Timeout Aurora. 5:10 left, 80-69. The Eagles advantage on Lancaster Court. This is Aurora University men's basketball. There's 5:10 remaining. It's a 4-possession game. 80-69, LaCrosse leads Aurora. Out of the timeout, Doby, Davis, McCautry, Osborne, Gervier for the Spartans. Siebert, DeRusso, Furman with 4 fouls. Gross and Grieger, the latter of whom has it on the far sideline. He nearly turned it over. Came back with it on the other side. Now Furman through the lane to Grieger. He got around a defender. Got all the way to the rim, but a good recovery by Doby. And he'll block that from behind. 15 to shoot. Inbound is for Gross, fouled by McCautry. So to recap, Eagles have the possession arrow. They're in the double bonus. Aurora in the bonus. So it'll be foul shots for everyone, but 2 for the Eagles, who get the friendly roll in the first free throw for Gross. Now 16 of 18 at the line tonight. Back up by a dozen. Second try for Gross. That one's good as well. Can Aurora get heated up? Hand off to Doby out on the wing. Walks up top. Try to break down Siebert. Spins into the lane. Pulls up from 10. No good. And the rebound went through Gervier's hands, and Siebert picked it up. 68th possession for LaCrosse coming up. DeRusso looks inside, finds Furman at the block. Back out to DeRusso on the wing. He'll drive, and he's blocked, but Furman ran onto the loose ball. 8 to shoot. Pulls up. Long 2 here. It's short. Offensive rebound again for LaCrosse. They get 20 more. That was thrown up. Siebert just pulled it back. Finds Grieger, who walks out to the right wing. 9 to shoot. He's fouled, and fouled hard at that. So Gervier picks up his 3rd. That whistle was a bit delayed, and everyone on the UW LaCrosse bench was prepared to be outraged. The whistle came after all. It's 82-69 with 3:55 left. Here's Grieger. Makes the free throw. I don't know what you complain about if you're JT Gritzmacher when you look at the film of this one tomorrow. They've shot the 3 well, they've shot the 2 well, they've shot the free throw well, they've rebounded it well. 13 turnovers maybe? That might be about it. 84-69, final 3:40. Osborne up top. Pick and pop. Doby feeds Davis in the corner for 3. Not there. And out of bounds. There is still enough time where if Aurora can turn over LaCrosse like that, they might have a chance. Doby to McCautry, extra pass to Osborne. 3 from the corner, good. But more of that will be needed. 84-72 into the corner for Grieger. To Furman midcourt and ahead Gross in transition. He bounces it underneath Siebert for 2. 3 minutes left. McCautry quickly into the lane, almost lost it. Finds Davis, another quick 3, rattles out. Siebert got the rebound. And now the LaCrosse bench wants this to be slowed down considerably. Does not appear it is going to be Aurora's day. Grieger with 8 to shoot, walks to the wing, hands it off to Furman. I don't know how he didn't travel there. And he tossed it underneath for DeRusso, and Gervier making a play on the ball is going to be whistled for the foul. That will be his 4th, and DeRusso will have 2 free throws coming up. Spencer with 4 fouls, about to come in here with 2:23 remaining. First free throw good. if you look at Aurora's shooting percentage, it's not terrible, 43%, but there was a stretch there beginning of the second half where they couldn't buy one. And that stretched out the lead to a point where they were just not able to come back. Feels like they've been down 10-16 forever. And indeed, it's 88-72 here with 2 and change remaining in this ball game. McContry gets a couple of screens, feeds Osborne for the 3. That doesn't fall, and that should about do it here tonight. Or today, as it were. The sun is still out. Not quite 2:30 in the afternoon. Aurora, 42% from the field, 26 of 62, 9 of 25 from 3, and 11 of 18 at the line. I'll get the ball back here. Davis, quick 3 up top, good. Timeout, Steve Christensen with 1:41 left. Full timeout, it's 88-75. So Aurora back to 43%, 10 of 26 from deep. LaCrosse right now 51% from the floor, 30 of 59, 7 of 17 from 3, and 21 of 23 at the line. Rebounds are 43-25 for LaCrosse, 11-7 on the offensive glass. 15 turnovers for LaCrosse, 9 for Aurora. But the Eagles are plus 13 from the bench. They're plus 16 in the paint. Aurora, for what it's worth, is plus 15 on points off turnovers. Dwayne Javier Jr. leads Aurora with 13 points, 6 rebounds. Also Isaiah Davis with 12, Noah Butler 11, Javon McContry 10 plus 5 rebounds, and a career best 6 assists. And 9 for Josh Holmes, 8 for Michael Osborne, who has 4 steals, and for Makai Doby, who's one off his career high. 3 points for Tyree Spencer, 1 for Jeffrey Hilmer. On the other side, career best 20 on 5 of 7 from 3 for Tarek Abdel-Kareem. Dustin DeRusso has 18 points. Feels like they've come in a big bunch. 15 for Sam Grieger. 9 for Jake Gross. 8 for Austin Westra. Gross added 7 rebounds, by the way. That's a career high. It's a foul on Aurora at midcourt. 7 for Chris Green. 4 apiece, Will Furman, who has 5 rebounds, and for Max Siebert. 2 for Vince Vandervest and 1 for Julian Hodges. The scoring right now with 1:39 to play in this one. 88-75. 2 free throws for Furman coming up. No pressure here. He's trying to keep the starting lineup flawless from the line and is not able to do it. But don't feel too bad for them, folks. The starting 5 for LaCrosse is 18 of 19 and now 19 of 20 at the line. It's 89-75. Final 3 or 4 possessions upcoming. Spencer inside the elbow goes to Davis. He'll leave it to Osborne for the corner 3. Back iron, side iron, and no good. Rebound Gross. He crosses over Davis and gets right to the rim for 2. I think he was even a bit surprised that no one was rolling to the rim, and probably would not have taken the shot if it wasn't a near guarantee. And Doby slips on the drive and appears to be in a little bit of pain and is going to limp off here. They called the foul. Doby would have been the shooter. And so Steve Christensen is going to have to select someone to take the free throws, and it'll be Tyree Spencer. Josh Holmes will come into the game. Doby just having a seat. Doesn't look like he's getting any kind of treatment. First free throw on the 1-and-1, no good. A minute left. It's going to be LaCrosse picking up the victory to get back to 500 here in the early going. As that much no longer in doubt. LaCrosse back in action Wednesday. They'll host Luther at 7 o'clock. For Aurora, they'll return to conference play Wednesday at 7 right here against MSOE. Grieger for 3. Gets that with 38 seconds left. Makes it 94-75. Spencer on the take. Stripped. You can find complete stats after the game at athletics.aurora.edu. There's a missed 3 and a loose ball foul. That will allow Aurora to maintain possession and get some free throws here with 27 seconds left. DiRusso has fouled out. But still a quality evening for him with 18 points. Abdel Karim will replace him. McCottry, 1 and 1. And he'll get the first. Third straight game, 5th time overall with 10 plus points for McCottry. Today will be in a losing effort. Second attempt for Javon. Rattles and goes, 94-77. Aurora brings full, but the shot clock off. And it was full more for, let's see if you might turn it over than anything else. Furman will hold on to the ball here at center court, and that is how things are going to conclude today. 94-77, Wisconsin LaCrosse defeats Aurora. They are 4-4 on the season. Aurora falls to 5-3. Thanks to the AU Game Day and Facilities team for their work all weekend, and to Jack Dorsey on the camera here this afternoon. My name is Sean Fry, and we'll see you on Wednesday for more Aurora University men's basketball here at athletics.aurora.edu.